To explore an example of a successful partnership in STEM education, we've invited Rick Douglas, Senior Manager, Team Relations at Kia Georgia, to discuss how they've worked with the SAE Foundation to achieve their CSR and their STEM education outreach goals. I'll turn things over now to my colleague, Joy Lancaster, to provide some background on Kia's partnership and to facilitate a conversation with Rick. Joy?
Thank you, Jamie. The Kia Georgia partnership is a shining example of a successful long-term strategic approach to STEM outreach that is positively impacting Kia communities. Before we move into the Q&A with Rick, I'll share a little background and context. Since the launch of the STEM outreach activities in 2012, a new milestone was crossed this spring in reaching more than 80,000 students through AWIM programming in over 60 schools. STEM outreach is focused on Kia communities in Georgia and Alabama near their manufacturing facility in West Point, Georgia. A signature regional culminating event was launched in 2013, and the SAE Jet Toy competition has since grown to bring together over 550 students annually from local schools. During the competition, students work in teams, applying concepts they learned in the classroom to design, build, and test the most efficient, smooth-running balloon-powered vehicle. Employee volunteers help facilitate and judge as students compete in events such as distance, accuracy, and creativity. Rick, can you please tell us about Kia's commitment to philanthropy and to education? Why is investing in your local communities important to you, and what are you hoping to achieve?
Well, first, good afternoon, and thank you for having us on. We're happy to be a part of this program. Our company has always sought to be a leading corporate citizen through support of our community. We do that through a broad corporate social responsibility program that focuses on four basic areas: education, health and wellness, diversity and inclusion, and as well as our environment. The goal is very simple. We want to invest in programs that make our community a better place to live and to work, and to invest in to supporting the development of talent locally to fill local jobs and support an economically sustainable community. We partnered with SAE Foundation in 2012 commitment to get this started. We funded the student kits and the teacher training, but that has grown to include the competitions that you spoke of earlier, and a volunteer program that we have with our team members working in the classrooms with the teachers. A couple of years ago, or actually 4 years ago, 17, the community did some researches on what the next 3 to 5 years would look like in the community. And it showed us what we already knew, that there was going to be a significant gap between job growth and population growth. And we realized that we're on the right track. We needed to get in touch with the youth of our community and encourage them to stay in school, to graduate, and to be work ready when they come out. And so we've extended our partnership with SAE Foundation and AWIM. We've grown the program into a very diverse and dynamic way of supporting our educational system. So it's been a good partnership. We've enjoyed it.
It's certainly a win for everyone involved. So how does your partnership with SAE help you achieve your corporate social responsibility and community relations goals?
Well, the work-ready definition for some means going directly into the workforce after their graduation from high school. For others, it means continuing their education. The key to what we're trying to accomplish is whatever path the students choose is to engage with them within the local community, so that they're aware of what opportunities exist here in the county or in their own backyard. So partnering with the SAE Foundation and AWIM, we can help prepare the students for whatever their selected paths will be through these hands-on activities that are grounded in the STEM disciplines. AWIM's programs and reinforce some of the key concepts that we have in our core values here: teamwork, problem solving, and communication, that are congruent with our competencies here and what we try to promote as a company. So we've had a good partnership again. SAE has worked with us on assessing our corporate objectives and what we're trying to do with our educational system, and has been very creative in providing some innovative solutions and programs to achieve our goals. We've done a number of expansions through the program, modifications. We've had challenges where we wanted to promote our company in the community to drive interest in our industry and what we do here. So we've working with the AWIM program, we were able to put together some branding or imaging for our company and some of the projects that not only planted that seed in the minds of the students, but also in letters and different kinds of information we sent home to their families to explain what this program was and what the parents could expect to see, how they could support their child or their student in learning from the project. So it's been a great tool to get our name in the community. It lets people know more about what we're doing to support STEM education in the schools. 2020 was no exception to that. We world faced with a different kind of educational challenge. Students working from home, teachers working from home, virtual learning. So even with that challenge, working with SAE, we were able to come up with kits that were sent in bulk to the schools, and then the schools distributed them to their students. Although the group activities weren't necessarily available, they could have some hands-on activities through the virtual environment. It has been very successful. It's the online modules that were available to help the teachers work with the students to get the best out of the activity. So whatever the challenge has been, our experience has been SAE has stepped up to the plate, given us whatever support we needed to achieve our corporate goals and the expectations of the program.
Thank you. Part of KIA's incredible partnership with SAE and the schools includes a strong commitment to employee volunteer engagement. Can you tell us about your experience volunteering with SAE's World in Motion program and what kind of an impact that participation has had on KIA Georgia employees and the corporate culture?
This has been one of the latent benefits. We didn't expect to see this in the early stages, but as we grew the program, we started offering our team members the opportunity to go into the classrooms to support the program. In a lot of ways, we're able to exhibit what our principles are and how we operate our operational culture, corporate culture here. But we also, that engagement with a team member or with the students, I should say, it allows them to be a part of a bigger goal. These volunteers make a connection with the students on what they're learning and how to apply those, how they can apply those lessons into the working world. And that example ripples across the different school systems and the community and back to our workplace. The competition you spoke of earlier, that has grown to over 500 students, over 5 school districts coming together locally here. SAE sets up tracks in the event, and the students get to compete against their classmates, their counterparts in other school systems. We're able to provide volunteers to go up, help judge the results of the competition. We work with the kids on what their repeatability, reliability expectations should be, how they can work together as a team to solve problems, to do some critical analysis and do trials and make the improvements to their overall experience. This treats the kids like they're people, not just students. They get to see the benefits of working with peer pressure. They get to see teamwork, collaboration, working through challenges together. They're able to apply those concepts that they've learned in the classroom against the neighboring schools. It's a rewarding things for our rewarding thing, I should say, for our team members as well. They get to see the energy and the excitement of the team members. They get to be a part of this process. It's become one of the most popular activities for us here at Kia. We have 50, 60, 70 people that volunteer every time we do that. It's a very rewarding thing to have gone through these classes with these kids. Find yourself in a supermarket and somebody picks you out of a crowd and say, there's Mr. Rick or Miss Joanne who has worked with us in the classroom on our AWIM projects. It means a lot to them. We get a benefit of that as well. It's a rewarding thing to go through that process.
Certainly is. And the energy in the room at that competition is just an amazing experience. In addressing the STEM talent shortage that impacts companies like Kia who rely on a STEM-fluent workforce, some companies take a short-term view and focus their support on high school and college students. Kia has shown great foresight in making an effort to reach younger students. Can you talk about why it's important to Kia to reach those younger students and how that fits into your CSR and community relations goals?
Well, the AWIM program is a part of a larger strategic effort to support STEM subjects and their application in STEM industries and STEM careers. So, in addition to the K through 8 program that we support here in the local system, we support other STEM related programs with student tours. We work with the school system. We have input on some of their development of curriculum, as well as the local college and career academy that is here in our local county. The students are all different. They have different interests and different ways of learning, but we think that engaging them early and often, we make a positive impact on the number of the students that graduate and become productive citizens in our community. And as our result of our partnership, we're starting to see these kids that have been exposed to AWIM come through school. They're able to some of them have become interns working at our facility here at Kia, Georgia. And some are starting to get into full-time careers with us. We've had our first 2 graduates of College and Career Academy that transferred into our maintenance organization. That's their first exposure to this program was through AWIM. So we're starting to see that after 10, 12 years of operation.
This is our last question. We actually have 2 questions from the audience that we'll try to make sure that we answer at the very end. So what advice do you have for other companies that are just starting out in forming their STEM outreach strategies?
Our advice would be to start small and allow the program to grow based off of what your experiences are. We started by just simply providing the kits and the training for one school system. That's grown to 5 different school systems, 3 different counties, 2 public school systems. 2 city school systems. As we've grown, we added the competitions we spoke of. We added the volunteer component. Now we've got more than 50 volunteers that go every year, that go into classrooms or go to the competition or combination of both. You got to remember that it's intended to support current classroom learning. So talk to the school systems, understand what they do and what their needs are and how they can work the program into what their normal activities are. You have to remember that this is a partnership between your organization, the SAE Foundation, and the school system. SAE's been a great facilitator for us. Whatever we've needed with the school system, they've helped build the relationships. They've helped foster those the programs that we've needed. So I would encourage you to remember that as you move forward through the development of your program. And then finally, make it your own. What are your company's strengths and goals? Do you have a flexible working environment where you can allow volunteers to go to the school systems and work? Do you have space available that you can support different competitions on site, or do you have access to off-site areas that you could use? We've done a little bit of both of that. We've brought in some of our engineering specialists. We've used HR. We've used TR specialists to add different elements of our operation from the corporate environment into the classroom to show the different facets of what we do, the kinds of work that we do. And as we build those relationships and expose those experiences to the students, it seems to make a positive difference into the opportunities that they have before them. The program is flexible. You just have to find what works best for you and add your company's resources. You've got a dynamic staff, energetic, experienced group of people with the SAE Foundation. They've done really well working through how to apply the STEM-based projects into a successful a world in motion career. How do you put that into something that is going to benefit your industry or your business?
That's great advice. Couple questions from our audience now. From your industry experience, which will be more critical for future vehicles, hardware or software engineering?
That is a very good question, and the answer is they're going to be equally important, I think. We've got two challenges with the future of automotive industry. We're going to see a shift towards electrification as an industry. Although I think it's some time away in the U.S., we're going to see more electrification in the U.S. That's going to lead to different kinds of mobility solutions, is what we refer to it now. Autonomous vehicles, purpose-built vehicles. The infrastructure to accommodate that kind of product is going to require a new skill set or a different skill set, and a lot more of it in the public sector. The manufacturing, the design, the maintenance, the production of those products is going to also require both development with technology, the programs, the computer software, the preparation, how to integrate the connected vehicle with the infrastructure around our nation and our communities. So I think you have to look at both aspects as very critical needs that we'll have over the coming years and decades.
Well, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we didn't get to our last question. We'll try to answer it in the chat. Thank you very much, Rick and Kia Georgia, for sharing your wonderful summary of how the Kia SAE School Partnership works and the different ways to get involved that we have up on the screen right now with exploring corporate partnership opportunities, volunteering, donating to help increase equitable access to high-quality hands-on STEM programming. And this concludes our sessions. We want to thank all of our event sponsors and thank you all for your participation. We look forward to continuing the conversations to explore new opportunities for collaboration to fill the talent pipeline with diverse STEM-fluent innovators.